Welcome to the Struggle Bus Express. My name is featuring Mary, your host.
Don't you think we're better together? I think we are.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to Chicago. We got in last night, and we're staying. A friend of mine who is actually a pastor at the church that I'm preaching at on Sunday. He manages an apartment building, and they have like this little guest studio that we're staying in for the few days we're here in Chicago. So
How funny is this?
in the apartment was a Scotland mug.
Which the funny part is David, who manages this building, he went to Scotland right after us.
And he's like, nope, that wasn't ours.
Yeah, it's funny.
But
when we got in, like, so you guys saw last night in the vlog, we went to Portillo's.
oh yeah.
It was amazing. We came in, settled in. We ended up going out and getting more food.
Yeah, we at like 11, we went out and got some fried chicken. It was so good. Today's kind of a recovery day from traveling, and I preach tomorrow morning, so I'm working on just finishing up, getting ready for that. And yeah, so Ollie and I took a little walk in the city, and this, my friends, some of you who are newer around the Frey Life vlogs might not know that Chicago is Oliver's stomping grounds, because it's here in the city of Chicago that Oliver did his training. And so he probably feels more at home. He lived here more recently than Mary and I lived here. And that's kind of funny to think about.
Yeah, that is funny.
But Mary and I did our undergrad here in Chicago, so it's just bringing back floods of memories. And
Yeah.
we haven't been downtown yet, and that's where we lived during our years here in Chicago. But I mean, just flying into the airport last night and all the things.
I mean, we were those people who, like, we walked off the plane and we were like, oh, I remember this, and then we were like, oh yeah, and then there's a Portillo, Potbelly's right there. No, that was a lot of years ago. So we went to school 2006 to 2010.
Yep.
He was there 2006, I came 2007, and we both stayed till 2010. I transferred in, that's why I was shorter. But anyway, so that was a lot of years ago, and we're excited to be here, and we didn't really recap how the rest of traveling went. So everything went really smoothly, like really smoothly for security. First of all, I sent my medical bag through. I forgot to tell them this is medical equipment. I usually tell them that. I didn't, but it was fine, because when I saw them pull it aside, I was like, that's mine. And she was like, okay, no problem. And they just opened it up, pulled out the POC, the portable oxygen concentrator, and swiped it, like the little hand swipey things, swiped my hands as well, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Now when I was about to send Oliver through, I think Peter mentioned this in the vlog, like, they always do it different. And I had his leather harness on, and they were like, oh, that has a lot of metal on it. I was like, yeah. Anyway, they were like, you can either take it off or leave it on and do it, whatever. And I was like, that's fine, I can just take it off. So I took it off, I put the leather harness through the
X-ray machine.
And then I forgot that there was a carabiner on the leash that I had on him at that time, and that set the alarms off. So
at that point, Mary was already through the security scanner and couldn't go back through. So
although she was, it kind of sounded like she was like, go ahead. I don't know. I just didn't want to do the wrong thing.
Yeah. In the past, like, if Mary has gone through, they won't let her go back through or whatever. But so Mary just sent Ollie through the scanner back to me, and then I sent him back through the scanner to Mary.
Yeah. So basically, when we've done this the last few times, I have Oliver sit, and I just look at him and I say, you stay there. And then I walk through the scanner, and they're like, okay, you're good. And then I turn back around and I look at him and I say, okay, come on through. And then he walks through. and he did great. And then this time, I think it was so cute. I think he felt pride in like
taking on a challenge.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. He seemed so happy both times he came through. He was like, okay, I sat. Okay, now I'm coming through. Okay, we did it.
Yeah.
And then once he came through, I put his harness back on, and we
it was very low pressure. It was good.
Super easy. And then as far as the oxygen on the plane, we walked up to the ticket counter booth, whatever, at the gate.
Yeah.
And just said, we usually pre-board, and she was like, yep, you're
it's already on your ticket.
Yep. And then she looked and she saw that I had a POC, and she was like, is it charged? And I was like, yep, an extra battery. So the battery thing, you're supposed to have 150% of the flying time. And so the man who sent me the oxygen knew what my flight time was, so he calculated it and sent the appropriate battery amount. So I was like, yep, and that was it. I had already printed out like my prescription from my doctor. I had on Southwest like website saved the exact oximeter or POC that I had, just in case they were gonna give me any trouble. And it was totally easy. When we sat down in the bulkhead, that first row, because that's most comfortable for Oliver, the flight attendant said, you'll just have to wear that strap around you because it's a loose object, the POC. So I just wore the strap around me. It was super easy. And as far as did the oxygen help, I think that it did. I was still pretty uncomfortable. I mean, breathing through a mask is pretty constricting when you have limited airways anyway. But I do think that it helped. I'm glad that we had it, and I used it, and it is what it is.
And Mary tested her oxygen during the flight while she was on the POC, and her numbers still weren't exceptional. Like, they were still lower than her normal, even on the oxygen. So I think it was a good thing that she had it.
I do too. I do too.
So.
And then, of course, once we land, my numbers go right back to what they normally are.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how, like, just
the cabin pressure can affect that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I guess it makes sense, though. When there's less oxygen, you're not going to oxygenate as well.
Yep.
But hey, welcome to Chicago. We made it. It was a good trip here. And like I said, we're kind of recovering today, and
sorry you had to sit in bed with me coughing up mucus, but I mean, that's part of it.
That's part of it. And so we'll see what the rest of the day holds. You want to give any words of wisdom to the people on the vlog? Yeah, welcome to Chicago.
Oh, and typically when we are staying in a new place, it takes Ollie like a few minutes to figure out the new sounds and stuff. So last night, he was laying on the bed, and he could hear the people walking above us or like out in the hallway, and he does this little like ooh, ooh. Like you can hear this little pre-bark. You may have just heard it actually. And so I just kept saying, yeah, there's lots of people in here. You're gonna hear them walking around. It's just people outside. And so it took him, I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour to just kind of like figure out, okay, I'm gonna hear a lot of sounds. Okay. And of course we're in this city, or like, you know, many more sounds than we're used to. And then he just kind of settles down, and then he's like this. And he's like, oh, I guess this is our home now. Cool. Yep. He's a pretty flexible guy.
He adapts well to new environments. I mean, we've traveled a lot with him, and he's a great traveler. But look at this, in this cute little apartment they have.
1929 this place was built.
They have this closet, it's like a walk-in closet, and then these cabinets. And so Mary unpacked our clothes and hung them up to just get us settled in for the week.
Note to self, if we are ever in an opportunity to build like my dream closet, it is that closet. I love it.
She likes the big cabinet doors, and
it's like, it looks historic, like Downton Abbey-ish when you walk in. It's like wooden all the way to the ceiling, but it's, oh, and look at your little like where your tie and belt.
Okay.
Like, oh,
this little window. I mean, a walk-in closet with a window. That's pretty magical.
Yes.
So, anyways.
And then this whole place is just has so much character. It reminds me of an apartment I stayed in Chicago in college. Like the cabinets are like metal, and that's, oh, it's just so fun.
Look at these retro cabinets. And anyways, welcome to our day, guys. We'll bring you along for whatever it holds. Hey guys, I am out on a little walk. I went to a coffee shop to just finish thinking through my message for church tomorrow, and I'm feeling pumped and ready, and walking the streets of Chicago is just like bringing back all the memories, especially the cold memories. It's 20 some degrees, but it's actually sunny, and I've got lots of layers on, so it feels nice. And I don't know, it's very nostalgic, this whole trip. So I'm gonna head back to the apartment, and Mary and I are gonna eat a little bit. I think we're gonna meet up with some friends from college a little later today, and so fun.
Welcome to the Struggle Bus Express. My name is featuring Mary, your host. Today's been a struggle bus day, but we're about to go out. Basically, I can't think straight because my blood sugar is 54, but I already treated, so it should be coming up. My blood sugar went real high because of the steroid. It's like some days it's going high and some days it's not. It's not staying high, and it's in a fine range. It's like high, but it's not ridiculously high. So anyway, just one of those like reasons that it'll be good when we get down to a lower dose of the steroids. What am I saying? I am saying okay, well, first of all, Peter's laughing at my failed attempt to vlog right now. What I'm saying is I took my steroid a little bit later in the morning, and I don't know if that's the problem, but I had that like anger hour where I just like felt unreasonably frustrated and angry.
I came back from studying, and I walk in the door, and Mary goes, "I'm just warning you, it's steroid hour, and I'm angry, and it's not you."
I'm not angry at you. You didn't do anything wrong, just I'm angry. Well, that passed, and then my blood sugar was high, so I was feeling weird, and now my blood sugar dropped probably pretty fast. But what I've noticed is when I physically have something wrong with me, like my blood sugar's low, I can handle that and still have fun. It's when it's that anger hour, I can't, it's just, I can't handle, I can't even. So right now, we are about to leave, and I'm hoping that that can help me feel a little bit more like myself. But, okay, bye.
All right, we came to a park to just walk around at sunset, and we're getting ready to meet up with some friends for dinner, friends from undergrad, and we're gonna get some Thai food. But first, let's take a little walk. Yeah, it's a beautiful area we're in.
We're here. I'm ready to have my first dance in Chicago with you.
Okay, let's do it. All right, well, we are
After a 4-minute walk in the park,
we're ready to get back in the car. It's cold.
20-something degrees.
But we're just soaking up this time. And as always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night. And good night to the Ollie boy. Say goodnight to the people.